Hi, my name is Laksh Sharma, and today I'll be explaining my project for the subject Design Development and Creativity. So, as it says, it's analyzing player engagement in Similo by Laksh Sharma. So, first, I'd like to start with what is Similo and why did I choose it? So, Similo has different game, what do you call this? Uh, similar a lot of game themes around which the game is based. So I've chosen similar myths because it was easier to get access to, but in theory they play out the same. So Similo is a cooperative game that emphasizes on interaction and strategy, where one person is a clue giver and the other players are clue takers that have to eliminate cards in subsequent rounds. And the game is won when the clue giver is able to tell the clue takers which card to eliminate, and they are able to get down to the right card in the final round. So the reason I chose this game was because, first of all, it's very interactive because players have to discuss how to go about eliminating the cards, and also it incites decision making in clear ways, unlike some other games that I've played where the decisions are ambiguous and not binary, and have further repercussions, making the game more complicated to analyze. Here it's a very good binary decision: either eliminate two cards or two right cards, or you eliminate the one wrong card. Okay, and the third reason I chose this game was it's a very short playtime game. So as you will see in later times, what I'm trying to do with this game requires a lot of reiterations of the same gameplay with different groups to get some common insights on the data. And having a short playtime was very important for me to do that. Hence, I chose this game. Okay, so my research question in its entirety is, how does behavioral mapping reveal insights for enhancing player engagement in similar fables? And the research methodology, as it's self-explanatory, is behavior analysis. So, first, I'll talk about a bit about data collection. So, how I'll be collecting the behavioral data. As you can see, I'll be using the decision-making time for each rounds, taking out the average of that, and the number of player interactions and emotional displays, which I'll have measured during using a Likert scale that I feel will go from 1 to 10 and will show like 1 from the most satisfied, 10 to the least satisfied. Then, in terms of quantitative measures, as I mentioned, the surveys would be done post gameplay to assess engagement and satisfaction. And the tools I will be using would be stopwatch for timing and scoring sheets for interactions and emotion displays that I see during the game. The data that I will collect would be used to do two types of analysis. One would be correlation, and the second would be regression. So, why exactly these two analyses, and where am I going with this? So, the correlation analysis would be helpful in understanding the relationship between gameplay behaviors and player reactions. And regression analysis would be used to predict player engagement based on gameplay variables that I have taken. And for reference, you can use the Sutton's RAI and Rafael. This was actually presented to us by Donica in one of his classes, and I was very inspired by the paper. I grew obsessed over it. So what I'll basically be doing is finding relation between certain points that I see. For example, if player engagement is high, how does it relate to player satisfaction at the end of the game? Uh, or is and certain aspect. This is a very layman's example, but then again, I'll be having more complex variables over there. Now, the potential game improvement objective. So, as part of our project, we are supposed to improve upon the game or create or its digital version. So, what I'll be doing, I am aiming to create a new game mechanic using the data I would have collected, and qualitatively measure it against the data that I measured with the original game and see if it's better in terms of player engagement. So this engagement, what do you call this mechanic, can be put over as a layer of the original game, or it can be a tweaked version of the original game. So it can maybe sit above it and have like additional rules, or maybe change one of the rules, which I'm gonna be doing later. And thank you so much. And I think that will be it. Now, I'd like to talk a bit about where I stand in the project. So I have finished finalizing the matrices that I'm going to be using. And I've also done the preliminary data analysis where I've, found out some certain insights for player interactions as well as player interaction times and how these measure up against them. Now, what I'm researching are on game enhancement methodologies, and I'm going to test them out against the baseline that I have created using the data I measured playing the original game and compare it if I have created something substantial that has increased player engagement. So yeah, that's my plan right now, and I suppose it'll be done in a few upcoming few days, and then I'll finish writing the paper and submit it. Thank you so much.